Hi everybody, Grant Neal here inside the studio today, and I want to talk to you about how we can change or control the height of our golf shots. So there's a number of ways that the height can change. Some are more intentional than others. The height of your shot will change if you accidentally don't hit the correct part of the golf ball. So maybe on the edge of the golf club, or definitely if you're not quite touching the bottom of that golf ball, or you're thinning it a little bit, then that will definitely lower the height of your golf ball. Give it technically a little bit more spin, but it's definitely going to come in a little bit lower. That will be kind of controlling it by accident, really. We're not intending to thin it too many times. The other way that we can control the height or add height, take away height, maybe will be the speed that we use. So the more speed I've got, the more chance of that ball rising up higher. The less speed, the lower it's going to launch and stay lower for me. Changing your golf club is going to be a pretty simple way of changing the height. If you've added loft or taken loft off of by choosing a different golf club, then that's going to change the height easily. But there is another way, and potentially this way might be where you need to keep the ball lower, quite low for a substantial period of time. So potentially some people call it more of a stinger shot. We're going to look at that, and then also how to hit maybe the highest one possible. So if we look at how we set up, most people have seen that if you put the ball more back in your stance, then the ball should go a little bit lower. And although that is kind of correct, it does still depend on a couple of things happening at contact. So the reason the ball's going to go lower is because by standing like this, my club's got less angle. So less angle means the ball's going to come out lower. However, when I swing, I have to return with that same amount of angle on the golf club. If I return and my hands have come back here, then that ball is going to go almost the same height as what it would have done maybe from potentially in the middle. So I want to keep this angle when I return to the golf ball, do a big backswing, return it here, but the key to this shot and keeping it low for a longer period is finishing with the swing being nice and low with your hands as you turn, but keeping those hands really, really low so that you've maintained that angle on the golf club. So I'm going to hit one for you just like that, and hopefully you'll see it on the screen. I'm using a 6-iron in my hand, but you'll see it's back in my stance. I'm going to do that big swing, return my hands here, finish short, but you'll see the ball come out really low. And you'll see that ball kind of chasing there really low. Maybe I'm in the trees and I need to get it underneath and staying low for quite a significant period. That's maybe how I would do it. And then the opposite is true for if I wanted to hit the ball as high as possible. Now I would move the ball position maybe more kind of in line with my left toe. I wouldn't go any further than that for hitting it in the air high, but I'd have it more in line with my left toe, and I'd really think about now is finishing with my hands higher in the air, more upwards, so that I can launch the ball higher and keep more angle on the golf club from this setup position. So hopefully, if I do that now, I've still got to hit the ground in the right place, but if I can do that and finish nice and high with this ball position, then hopefully we'll see a different ball flight. And you'll see that ball take off at a very, very, very different angle. It's gone a little bit further, but a very, very different takeoff. I'm not sure exactly what the launch is. We can have a look at that on here on the screen. The launch angle of both of those shots, one came out at 5.8 degrees and the other one came out at 21 degrees. So that's a significant change. That's with the same golf club, but changing my setup and changing what I'm doing through the ball and also my finishing position can drastically change the height of your golf shot. So play around with it, try and hit the low one, the high one, somewhere in between, just so you've got a little bit more control. And again, you're always trying to improve your skill level. So give that a try, guys. See you soon.